Yo, what is up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys on how to make a profitable peptide business in 2026. If you guys don't know what peptides are, search it up on Instagram, search it up on TikTok, on Facebook, any type of social media platform. Peptides are absolutely booming. And what do we know about businesses or any type of trend that is booming? You want to follow those trends. I myself in the past have made multiple six figs off of different businesses, whether it's affiliate marketing, drop shipping, digital marketing. All these businesses I've made multiple six figs, and I'm sort of putting those on autopilot right now. And this is where I'm driving most of my efforts because I know that this is going to make me millions, absolutely millions. It's absolutely going to rip. Everyone's using them. The FDA is going to start to approve these in the future, and they reversed the ban on them. So this is going to get even more and more traction because sooner or later they're going to start selling them pretty much everywhere. And this is the perfect time to hop in the peptide business, make your brand, make your store, and you could literally start supplying peptides to thousands of people. It sounds like a lot, but trust me, I'm going to show you guys the gist of it and how to get started. So step one, you want to have legal and business setups. The reason why this is different from any other type of drop shipping or any other type of making a Shopify or whatever it is because peptides are a grade two, meaning people are going to take them. Even though they're supposed to be for laboratory use, people are going to take them. This is all educational purposes, by the way. But you want to be on the safe side just in case anyone wants to come after you, which has never happened to me and probably never will. But you always want to be safe. So that's why I say have legal and business setup, whether it's an S Corp or an LLC. I myself have an S Corp just for more tax purposes, but an LLC is going to do just fine. So if anyone wants to come after you, they're not going after you, they're going after the LLC. You tank the LLC, you make a new one, keep going. Get my point, right? So that's very important in this type of business. Step two, you want to set up an online store, an online e-commerce store where basically you're just going to have this storefront and it's going to have all your products that you physically don't have to have. You could have them, which will save you money, but that's if you have more money to buy in bulk from the suppliers. Or you could just set up, sort of a drop shipping method where you have all these items on your store. Let me show you guys. This is a perfect example on how your store should look. So look at this store right here, Popular Peptides. They have this really good call to action right here. And this is something that you could basically make with like AI and everything that's being done with stores now. But yeah, something pretty simple, pretty straight to the point. It tells you everything right here, third party for offer research. But yeah, this is a pretty solid storefront that has high conversion rate. So copy something like this. It doesn't have to be this in depth, but something that just has all your products outlined right there. And that's where we're going to use woocommerce.com, which is going to help us set up that storefront. It's going to help us copy this, and it's going to help us get basically a store done within an hour that will look very similar to this. I'm not saying copy this verbatim, but make it kind of look the same, like copy the same outline and everything like that. And step three is making sure you're compliant. I'm sure if I go on this website right here, there's going to be some sort of like disclaimers. Yeah, there you go right there. These are all for research and development use only. This is what I talked about before, not for human consumption. So make sure you guys have this disclaimer right here. You could literally copy and paste it or just copy it and put it on ChatGPT and say to like reword it in your own words. But this is exactly what I mean. You want to have this on your website. It is very, very important because like I said, these are different types of things that we're selling. This is not going to be like your typical Chinese drop shipping, regular items, things like that. So now we're on step four right here, sourcing your products. I've heard many people on these videos talking about people having issues with customs and getting your products across the border. I myself have done six figs, multiple six figs, close to a million on basically getting products from China and getting them into America. And the number one thing that people have trouble with is finding a good supplier or vendor. And the reason for that is because they're just going on Alibaba, they're just going on DHgate, they're just going on all these cheap Chinese websites that are going to give you the top or the bottom of the barrel supplier that is just paying their way to be to the top. You have to find these suppliers with, trial and error. You have to take the risk of ordering product and maybe it not getting there on time or getting super bad quality and things in that realm, or your products even getting seized at the borders. So that's what I went through for many things. But now that I have suppliers over in China that are literally like my friends that I talk to on a daily basis, they are able to plug me in with everyone that is reputable over there in China that has the best product in whatever you could think of: shoes, clothes, peptides, anything like that. They're able to pass that on to me, and I fully trust them because we've done multiple six figs. I've made them thousands and thousands of dollars. They've made me tens and tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars. So that is why I have access to my supplier where I'm able to get all these peptides, just as you could see right here. Like you could see how they're selling them for over $100, bro. I'm able to get these little bottles right there for as little as $15, bro. $15, and people are selling them for $100. Like obviously you could sell them for more if you have the right marketing, but that's what I'll talk about here in a second. But yeah, my suppliers are going to be linked in my description or at the bottom of this video where you could get access to them for super cheap. So step 4 is getting your payment processor. I've heard other people in this niche talk about that payment processing is one of the biggest issues, but I'm here to tell you that it really isn't. It's just that a lot of these people don't have experience in any of this stuff. They're just following a trend. They really don't know what they're talking about. They're just copying other people and things like that. But I have a payment processor that I've used, like I said, in these e-commerce businesses, in this digital product, especially digital product that has a high dispute rate, just because people want to get the product, file dispute, and just get their money back. And there's really no nature to it because with digital products, you know that there's no actual refund. So this is why I found this payment processor that partners with these businesses that have high dispute rates, and the transaction fee isn't even that much. It's about like 7%, anywhere from like 5 to 8%, just depending on how much volume you're bringing in every month. But other people are talking about 12% or some ridiculous number. And then it's like crypto. Like, bro, not everyone has crypto. But this is where I'm able to plug you guys in. I'm able to share this information with you guys. I won't talk about it in this video, but if you guys have any questions about it, just comment and I'll get back to you. Or I'm going to also put in a link in my description that will help you guys with more information about any of these steps, this being probably the biggest one right here. So step 5, we're on step 5. This is a very crucial step because you've done all this, but you haven't brought volume to your store, which is the most important one. You want to bring eyes so you can get buys. So step 5 is marketing your brand. Obviously, you want to make your store and you want to make your brand very, professional, because this is a different niche. People in this niche are actually going to have a brain and they're actually going to be able to see through all the BS. So you want to make it very professional. So when you want to market your brand, there's a couple ways to do it. Obviously, you could use AI to post content. You could use your product in these videos, which is very, good to do organically, right? You could do this on many accounts. You could do it on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, anything like that. Or you could also go the route of finding these smaller influencers, which I do as well. And you could set up some sort of like revenue with them. Or you could say, you know what, if you make 10,000 views, we'll pay you $100, something like that. A lot of these small influencers that have like 10, 20, 30K followers, they're not really making that much money. So any type of like partnership they will find, they will do it, especially if it's like story posts, things like that. You could say, hey, if you post a story, we'll pay you $50, we'll pay you $100, whatever, just promoting your brand. So that's a perfect way to do it. I also talk about that more in other videos that I will launch soon. Or you could just, like I said, I'm going to put the description in my bio and in the video. Another way is obviously meta ads. Meta ads absolutely rip. If you have the right type of ad and you have the right demographic, the right budget, everything like that, they will absolutely print. You could literally start with like 100 or anywhere from like $20 to $100 a day in that learning phase of the ads. And then once they start to rip and you start to see the ROAS start going, then you start putting more money into the ads, to where then you could start scaling the ads and you don't even have to post anymore. You just run ads on Facebook as well as on TikTok. So that is very important. That is one of the biggest steps that I would say is crucial to follow. And then after that, you just launch your brand and that's it. You will have a profitable peptide business in 2026. That's all there is to it. That's basically it, guys. If you have any more questions, leave comments in the video and I'll get back to all of you guys. But like I said, if you guys need access to my suppliers, which is where I'm able to get all these products right here for super cheap, as literally as like $10. This $12, this $9, this right here probably like another $10. Same thing on all these, bro. And we get them in packs, so it's very, very cool. But yeah, if you guys need access to that, just hit the link in my description or just hit the link in this video. But yeah, that's it.